Really goes back to the early 1800s. The first settlers in this area said that they found it already existing here. It was a stone structure. Is he standing up over there? No, he's swimming, right? I wonder if he found it.
Our first day of searching reached its high point when Rob found what appeared to be a curving shape on the lake bottom. Had he found the mysterious structure?
You know, I swam around the area for a few seconds to see if I could see a defined oval, and I couldn't. So I don't think it was that, and it was too deep as well. It was probably about 11 feet deep. So I think that would be too deep for it to be in the structure. I think the structure is going to be much shallower than that.
Determined to find the stone structure on the lake bottom and answer its mystery once and for all, we returned to Spring Creek for a second day of diving. We quickly found that we were not alone in the lake. 6 of the 10 biggest alligators ever caught in Georgia have come from Lake Seminole. The current state record is 13 3/4 feet. This one will give that one a run for its money if it keeps growing. Bored with us, the alligator finally slipped away and our search resumed. We focused this time on a cove that appeared to be more free of the hydrilla that infests the lake. Looks can be deceiving. In the last minutes of the expedition's second dive, things got interesting.
It's going to be under that hydrilla, and I got up in some of it, and then you've got, with all the trees overhead, you got the sun that's shining through the branches and through the hydrilla and casting light and shadows and playing tricks on you. You know, you think you see something, you go in, and you know, it's just the way the light's shining through the water. But I think I got some interesting video for you.
Good.
Some think that the structure now hidden on the lake bottom was built by Andrew Jackson's army during the First Seminole War. Others believe it is Native American in origin. There is even a theory that a party of ancient Mayan crossed the Gulf of Mexico and paddled up the Apalachicola and Flint rivers to build it.
We've learned a lot since our first expedition out here onto Spring Creek in search of this mysterious stone structure. As we told you in the last couple of episodes, the University of Georgia, Dr. A.R. Kelly came here and looked at this strange object in the 1940s. He found no artifacts of any kind around it, which left it as a great mystery. Since then, we have learned that in the collections of the Smithsonian, there are artifacts that came from a previous archaeological expedition to this Jackson's Oven structure. And those artifacts perhaps tell us a lot more about the construction of this mysterious stone building.
Historian Dale Cox has been researching the archaeological record and raises a very different possibility.
Now, the artifacts in the Smithsonian are very interesting. There weren't very many of them. There were just a few pieces found, but the objects found in and around this structure prior to the late 1940s are all of European manufacture. There were pieces of blue feather or scalloped edged ceramics. There were pieces of green scalloped or feather-edged ceramics. This is material that could date anywhere from the late 1700s on up through about the middle of the 1800s. So what would they have used it for? Well, if you think about it, they had a structure that they dug down into the limestone rock. They built thick walls around it. These walls were, 3 feet thick. And then it had an arched stone roof on it. This would have kept it very cool inside. And one of the problems that early settlers had was, how do we preserve food and keep food fresh for as long as possible? Based on the types of artifacts found in the structure and its construction, we can say, with a reasonable degree of certainty that in the early 1800s, it was probably being used as a root cellar.
The final answer will come when we find the mysterious structure itself. After 2 expeditions to Spring Creek, we believe we are getting close.
But the hydrilla is just so thick. So just need to let it die down, and then we may even be able to just see from the boat.
That would be awesome.
We will return to the creek this winter when the cold weather kills back the hydrilla growth and see if our theory on the structure's location is correct. Until then, the mystery lives on. For more information, visit explorersouthernhistory.com and 2egg.tv. On Spring Creek, Georgia, I'm Rachel Conrad for 2egg TV.